President of the Republic of Cuba, Kenan, Your Highnesses, Excellencies, Heads of State or Government, fellow ministers, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, allow us in the outset to extend our heartfelt condolences to the peoples of Morocco and Libya for the natural disasters that struck their countries. This entails us to cooperate and help. We would like also to extend the greetings of our president, Mr. Bashar al-Assad, and his warm wishes for the President of the Republic of Cuba. We extend our thanks and gratitude to Cuba in fostering the multilateral action and for its initiative to hold this summit, which is of an utmost importance in achieving sustainable development for our peoples. This summit will be a great mark for a time when we conquer all the challenges. It will contribute also to supporting the South cooperation, including our right to access technology, science, deployment of technology and innovation in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. We also commend the historic close ties that links us to Cuba and other friendly countries in this group of 77 plus China. Our shared systems aim to consolidate our ties in respecting sovereignty, equality, and refraining from interference in other countries. We also would like to seize this opportunity to emphasize on standing with Cuba in combating the challenges, especially the unjust and blatant embargo imposed by the United States of America on Cuba and other countries that refuse the policies of injustice. We emphasize on the South cooperation through our sharing of knowledge, scientific products, and providing the support to all countries based on the national priorities of technology and science. We also call on to the countries to commit to their obligations in exchanging technology, especially developed countries, to refrain from monopolizing the scientific innovation. Syria as a country is spending ceaseless efforts in advancing science and innovation in spite of the war that has been waged since 2011, associated with the European and American unjust blockade against our country. This blockade has affected all the facets and levels of our lives in Syria. We also emphasize that our war against terrorism and extremism was fought by Syria on behalf of the international community. Our goal was to make knowledge and civilization as the main priorities and values of our world. We call on to the international community and to support us to get rid of the consequences of the war and blockade. Syria also supports the countries and their struggles, especially those countries are dealing with colonialism. We are talking here about the people of Palestine and our brothers and sisters in the Golan Heights. We call on to the termination end of the Israeli occupation and to uphold the decision of the United Nations. Also, we call on the withdrawal of the American and Turkish forces from Syria and let the Syrian people decide its rule. These people helped in ransacking our fortunes. We also call on to the immediate and unconditional coercive and unilateral measures and the American blockade imposed on our people and the Cuban people that has been experiencing since 60 years. In conclusion, we wish that this summit reaches successful and concrete actions, and we call on to organizing a new international financial system that guarantees the interests and the aspirations of our peoples to live in well-being. We thank the invitation that was extended to our delegation and the extremely hospitable hosting of Cuba to our delegation. Thank you very much for your listening.